Okay, guys, we're going to be starting our new unit. Our first lesson in our new unit is going to be over perimeter. Now, before we start talking anything about perimeter, I'm going to have you rewrite it kind of with a way that will maybe help you understand, kind of helps you maybe have a way to remember what perimeter is and make sure you keep it separated from some of the other words we're going to be practicing in our other lessons. So we're going to write P like normal. You need to write a little bit smaller. Right. I want you to put a dash RIM and circle it. Oop. E E R. Okay, and you can circle the big T as well if you can. I'm having a little trouble kind of making that the rim part of it kind of stand out. Perimeter is the distance around the outside of a two-dimensional shape. So why did I have the part? Basketball rim, right? So the outside of a two-dimensional. The rim is the outer part. So the part we add. So by just reading P, well, whenever I hear and then by drawing that big T and circling it, to find the perimeter, we add, and we're focusing on the rim of the shape. So if you're a big basketball fan, rim is the part of the basket that is the outer part of what the basketball goes into, right? So, rim is the outer part. Okay, now we have some things called formulas. These are just ways that so if you have a square, it'll tell you P equals, so that say P equals 4S. So I know I just told you actually that you can add to find the perimeter of a shape. You can also, since all sides are the same size, you're really adding the same number 4 times. So you're really doing 4 times. Or if you like to do addition, you can also think of it on your star chart. You're going to see P equals 4S. The perimeter equals 4 times the length of the side, and all sides are the same since there's a square, right? But you can also think of it as the perimeter of a square equals side plus side plus side plus side. Whatever the side length is. So 4 times S, whatever the side length is. Or if you like to do addition, you can also think of it on your star chart. You're going to see P equals 4S. The perimeter equals 4 times the length of the side, and all sides are the same since there's a square, right? But you can also think of it as the perimeter of a square equals side plus side plus side, 2L plus 2W. So that just means perimeter equals 2 times the length of a side plus, or the length 2 times the length plus 2 times the width, because there's All right, let's practice finding some perimeters of shape. So right here we have a trapezoid. Remember, a trapezoid is a shape that has one pair of parallel sides, or so that's what this has. The top and bottom are parallel. And I need to add up all the sides. So remember, perimeter. All right, let's. So it's this side, and this side, and this side, and this side. Now, question mark, I don't have a side length right here. I have a. Well, remember, I can use my dashes to help me know that, well, this side has 2 dashes, this side has 2 dashes, so they're actually going to be equal. That has one pair of parallel sides, so that's what this has. So sometimes you're going to have to figure out some missing sides just using some. Is the total distance around. I would add all of these numbers up together. So 6. Right here for you, as long as you can add them together. So I'm going to do 6 plus 4 is 10, and 4 plus 8 is 12. And then I'm going to add those together, and we get 22. Twos are not looking too good. 22 inches. Right? They're congruent sides. Again, logic. So if we're trying to find the distance around, so like the rim of this triangle, and how do we do that? We add up all the sides. Kind of imagine maybe 13.4 centimeters. I probably add all of these numbers up together. So 6, 4. I'm going to add one at a time or two at a time or whatever works for you. We carry our 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So the perimeter of this shape is 35.6 centimeters. I'll say, oh, the perimeter, that's easy. 2 plus 9 is 11. Well, that's not the perimeter of this. What is this? A 1, 2, 3, do that this time, but that's okay. But we do have to make sure our decimals are lined up, right? So make sure your decimals are lined up when you're adding or subtracting in that case, but we're doing perimeter, so we're going to add. All right, let's go ahead and add down. We start with the tenths place value right behind the decimal. 8 plus 4 plus 4. 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 4 more is 16. Carry my 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. This side, and this side, and this side, and this side. We're trying to find the whole rim, the whole outer. And this side's because they're congruent because they both have 1 dash. So I didn't just have 2. This side's a 9, and this side's a 9. Two plus 9 is 11, and then when I add all the way down, 8 plus 1 plus 1 is 10. Carry my 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a reminder, perimeter is the outer part of the shape, the distance around it, and things like that. All right, so here we have another problem. We have a little bit of a reading, and then we'll figure out how to work. Is 18 2 plus 9 is 11. 2 plus 9 is 11. And then when I add all the way down, 8 plus 1 plus 1 is 10. If I add them all up, it'll be 42. Now I'm trying. So we'll have to use that information to figure out the length. So we can just use this was 42 centimeters. What is the length? So this is kind of set up for us, and we'll plug in some numbers and see if we can solve it. So we know based off of our star chart for a rectangle, perimeter equals 2 times 2 lengths. There's this one and this one, or the width. Sorry, there's 2 widths and there's 2 lengths. We don't know the lengths yet, right? So I'm going to write 42 because I know what the perimeter is. I know I'm doing 2 times, well, I don't know what the length is. It didn't tell me. But I know I can multiply by 2 and add the 2 times the width, which I do know the width. It's 7, right? My width is 7, it tells me. Now I can solve. I can know the width. So we'll have to. And then I know, so we can just use this. So I know if I put these 2 parts together, I'm going to have to get 42, right? So no, based off of our star chart, could I figure out what number is going here? I know whatever I multiply 2 times, I'm going to do 42 minus. The 2 times the width, which I do know the width, it's 7. Together, I'm going to have to get 42, right? So how could I figure out what number is going here? I know whatever I multiply 2 times, I'll add them all together. 7 plus 4, 12, carry. 12 minus 4 is 8. 3 minus the perimeter. Practice now. If you have any other questions or anything, make sure you come ask me. If there's one thing to make sure you remember, perimeters.